These are the contents of my presentation. Now, first of all, what is hazard? A hazard is any practice, behavior, substance, condition, or combination of these that can cause injury or illness to the people or damage to the equipment or the property. Now, hazard are those things that can cause injury to the people or illness to the people or can damage your equipment or the property. Now, what is risk? Risk is a chance or probability that a person will be harmed or experience an adverse health effect if exposed to a hazard. It may also apply to situation with the property or equipment loss. Now, risk are those things that are the chances that hazard can be caused and can through that the person will be harmed or the equipment or the property loss will happen. Now, what is risk assessment? A risk assessment is through look at your workplace to identify those things, situation, processes that may cause harm, particularly to the people. Risk assessment is the thing that through which you can identify the risk or the processes that how to reduce the risk, or particularly those risks which can harm the people or the equipment. Now, classify hazards is by category. The hazards are classified by their categories, like biological risk hazard, in which the bacteria, virus, insects, plants, birds, animals or humans, etc. Then chemical hazards depends on physical, chemical or toxic properties of chemical. These hazards are at those places where we use to work on the chemicals that can cause physical damage or toxic, those chemicals which are toxic. Ergonomic, these are respective movements, improper setup of workstations, etc. Physical hazards like radiation, magnetic field, pressure extremes, high pressure or vacuum or noise. Psychological hazards are those through which you can employ or people can cause stress or violence, etc. Safety, slipping, tripping hazards like from a height, inappropriate machine guarding, equipment malfunctions or breakdowns. Why is risk assessment important? Because risk assessment are very important as they form an integral part of a good occupational health and safety management plan. Through risk assessment we can plan the health and safety properly. Now it helps to create awareness of hazards and risk. It identifies who may be at risk, like employees, cleaners, visitors, constructors, or the public, etc. It also determines the existence control measures are adequate or if more should be done. It prevents injuries, illness when done at the design or planning stage. It prioritizes the hazards and control measures. Now, risk is a combination of three factors. First, number of people that could be affected through that risk, the severity of like injuries, effect on health that the person could suffer. The third one is the likelihood of harm actually occurring. Now the rating of factors is divided as factors how many persons, like if one person, then the score is 1 in number of people affected. If 2 to 5%, then the score is 2. Like in first 1% is there, it can be negligible. The severity of that health and safety can be negligible, and the likelihood of occurrence will be improbable, like score 0.5. If there is 2 to 5%, the number of affected people are 2 to 5%, then the score will be 2, and it can be the minor risk, and remote likelihood will be remote. If 5 plus persons are there, then the score will be 3, and that will be the major risk, and it likelihood will be possible. The risk possibly may be happen. If public vulnerable people are at risk, then a score should be 3, and the severity will be fatal death, and likelihood will be likely. Now explanation of severity factor. If negligible factor is negligible, then bumps, small cuts, absorption may occur. The effect of that risk on health will be headache, body pain, general lethargy. If hazard is minor, then the injury will be resulting in time of work. That person has to leave the site for the treatment, and the effect on health will be fever, diarrhea, stiffness of limbs, etc. If the factor is major and risk is major, the broken, fracture, and 3-degree burn, eye injuries, these can be happen. The permanent or temporary disabilities, the effect of will be the effects on health. If the risk is fatal or death, then the injury will be fatal, and health effect on health will be fatal. Explanation of likelihood. If the risk is remote, then it will be unlikely, that won't happen. Possible. If the risk is possible, then could occur sometimes. If the risk is likely, no surprise that it will happen. Explanation of risk rating. If the rating is below 10, risk is acceptable. Work activity can continue. If the risk is 10 to 49, risk is medium. If risk is 10 to 19, risk is low. Action is required to reduce the risk, although no low priority. If the risk is 20 to 49, that risk is medium. Action required soon to control. Interim measures required. Significant time and money may be required to control the risk. If the risk is 50 to 99, that is high risk. Urgent action required. Interim measures required. Significant time and money may be required to control the risk. If risk is greater than 100 or like 100 plus, then very high risk, totally unaccepted, intermediate action required to bring RRS below 2 before work activity can continue. Now critical tasks. Critical tasks are divided into 3 factors like severity, potential, frequency of exposure or possibility of loss. Severity criteria are those: no injury or illness score 0, minor injury or illness without lost time score 2, lost time injury illness without permanent disability score 4, permanent disability or loss of life or death score 6. And frequency criteria these are the tables for the frequency criteria. Now criticality of any risk we can calculate as the severity plus frequency plus probability. If the criticality is more than the risk task is critical, higher than the number and higher the priority of the task. If the score is high, then we should prioritize that task and minimize that risk. Now these are the critical task sheet, and this is how we do risk assessment. Thank you.